VVSM Academy, welcome to the School of Arts and Science. VSM Academy is situated in Kalyan Nagar, Bangalore. I am Veerbhadraya Demaya, a retired geoanalytical chemist from Geological Survey of India. Conference, we will discuss about the history of Javaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. Origin of Jawaharlal Nehru's family, Gangadhar Nehru. Next, Motilal Nehru, father of Jawaharlal Nehru. Then Jawaharlal Nehru, Kamala Nehru, and the so-called well-known Indian politician, one and only, the unique lady from Indian National Congress, Priyadarshini Nehru, Grace Indira Gandhi. Then Firoz Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi, Sonia, Sanjay, Priyanka, Rahul and Varun are the persons of the Indian National Congress. Jawaharlal Nehru was born on 14th November 1889 in Allahabad in British India. Father, Motilal Nehru, 1861 to 1931, a self-made wealthy barrister, a Kashmiri Pandit community, served twice President of Indian National Congress in 1919 and 1928. Mother is Swaruparani, 1868 to 1938, who came from a well-known Kashmiri Brahmin family, settled in Lahore, was Motilal's second wife, the first living, having died in childbirth. Jawaharlal was the eldest of the three children, two of whom were girls. The elder sister, Vijaya Lakshmi, later became the first female president of the Indian National Congress. The youngest sister, Huti Singh, Chacha Nehru, fond of children, that's why he's called Chacha Nehru. Influence of the tutor Ferdinand G. Brooks, he became interested in science and theology or theosophy. He was subsequently initiated into the Theosophical Society. Family friend Annie Besant. He wrote for nearly 3 years books, was with me, and in many ways he influenced me greatly. And according to Balram Nanda, these scriptures were Nehru's first introduction to the religious and cultural heritage of India. His famous books are Intellectual Quest, The Discovery of India. Nehru went to Trinity College, Cambridge in October 1907 and graduated with an honors degree in natural science in 1910. The writings of Bernard Shaw, H.G. Wells, J.M. Keynes, Bertrand Russell, Lois Dickinson and Meredith Townsend molded much of his political and economic thinking. An autobiography, also known as Towards Freedom 1936. And Jawaharlal Nehru, while he was in prison between June 1935 and February 1935, he wrote his autobiography. Then he became the first Prime Minister of India. The first edition was published in 1906. So struggle for Indian independence, 1912. and early contribution of on return to India. Within the months of his return to India, 1912, and Indian civil rights movement led Mahatma Gandhi in South Africa. Then the First World War, when World War broke at Sipari, when India was divided, although educated Indians by and large took various things taking place after the First World War, by and large took a vicarious pleasure. And during the war, Nehru volunteered for the St. John Ambulance and worked as one of the provincial secretaries of the organization in Allahabad. He also spoke out against the censorship acts passed by the British government in India. The Discovery of India was written by India's first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, during his imprisonment 1942 to 1946 at Ahmednagar Fort in Maharashtra. The Discovery of India is a honor paid to the rich cultural heritage of India, its history and its philosophy, as seen through the eyes of a patriot fighting for the independence of his country. You can see the beautiful conversation between Mahatma Gandhi, the father of nation, and Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India. The book, The Discovery of India, was written in 1944 but published in 1946 as per ground sources. Indian literature has established rapidly as essentially a monologue and at most exposed one to the writer's mind. Coming to All India Kisan Sabha, Akhil Bharatiya Kisan Sabha, the Communist Party of India, an important peasant movement formed by Sahajanand Saraswati in 1936. It later split into organizations AIKS Ajay Bhavan and AIKS Ashok Road. 5-year plans are very important in Indian politics. From 1947 to 2017, the Indian economy was premised on the concept of planning. 5-year plans, Planning Commission 1951 to 2014. Then Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman. The Commission has nominated Deputy Chairman. Montek Singh Ahluwalia is the last Deputy Chairman of the Commission. Godgill formula in 1969, and the new government led by Narendra Modi, elected in 2014, has announced the dissolution of the Planning Commission and its replacement by a think tank called the NITI Ayog. When Indo-China War, the belief of not ever being attacked by China did not let the Indian army prepare, and result was the standoff between 10,000 to 20,000 Indian troops and 80,000 Chinese troops. The war continued for about a month and ended in November 21st, 1962, after China declared a ceasefire. But today, we are facing the same problem repeating after so many years. Indo-China war. Both the countries, they're talking each other. The generals of the army of the respective countries, India and China. See, this is, friends, the Pakistan occupied Kashmir is another problem. AK and Chin and territorial disputes are there. The neighboring country, Tibet, China, Pakistan, and Nepal, with the border countries of India. Indian Army, the first was Jawaharlal Nehru, the Indian National Congress Party. Nehru remains India's largest serving Prime Minister. The Constitution of India was enacted in 1950, after which he embarked on the ambitious program of economic, social and political reforms. Chiefly, he oversaw India's transition from a colony to a republic while nurturing a plural, multi-party system. In foreign policy, he took a leading role in the non-aligned movement while projecting India as a regional hegemon in South Asia. Home rule in movement, that is home rule in 1960. Tilak and his release from his prison term, and another development which brought about the radical change in Indian politics was espousal of Hindu-Muslim unity. All India Congress Committee, then rapprochement, then self-government's dominance within British Empire as enjoyed by Australia, Canada, South Africa, New Zealand, and Newfoundland at the time. Nehru joined the movement and rose to become secretary of Besant's Home Rule League. In June 1917, Besant was arrested and by the British government. The British government was subsequently forced to release Besant and make significant concessions after a period of intense Sathyagraha, Dandi March, is one of the another important event in the history of India. It seems as the disobedient movement, that is civil disobedience with the Satyagraha aimed at the British salt tax. It seems as though a spring had been suddenly released. Salt Satyagraha success. Salt Satyagraha succeeded in drawing the attention of the world. Indian, British, and world opinion increasingly began to recognize the legitimacy of the claims of the Congress Party. Now, like, subscribe, share. Thank you.